A number of months ago, Avram Sutzkever, after a great, triumphant, long, shepherdish, creative life, passed away. And Sutzkever wrote throughout his life. I had the enormous privilege of being at the YIVO when he came to look at his collection. And part of his collection was a notebook that he had made by hand when he was in the forests outside Vilna as a partisan. He had taken bark and he had cured it and he had sewn by hand in papers that he found so that he could continue to write poetry. And he would create writing implements. And so he came back and he looked at the poems that he had written in this wonderful little envelope that he had made out of bark and out of found paper. Well, he went on to survive, to testify at the Nuremberg trials, to live and to write in Israel, to edit, as you know, the journal Golden Mikate, the great Israeli Yiddish literary journal. And in the 70s, he wrote a remarkable poem. And in the spirit of Yiddish continuity and the continuation of Yiddish culture, I've had the privilege of going back for the last 10 years to Russia. And I say going back, it's so interesting because it's where I've met him. I wasn't there before, but it's where my grandparents on my mother's side came from. You said Paul had a relative who studied in the yeshiva in Zvil. My Zayde studied in the yeshiva in Zvil. I was thrilled to hear that. He lived in Rogatchow, Rachev, my grandmother in Piatagorsk. And so I've been going back for the last 10 years teaching Russians Yiddish music and Yiddish. And it's like just strengthening a thread that was weakened, but not broken, not at all broken. And a young woman in that period of time has become a Yiddishist, a songwriter, a Yiddish teacher, and her name is Jeanette Lewicki. And she took this wonderful poem of Sutzkever's that would have remained between book covers and made a glorious melody for it that's being heard all over the world. I'm going to translate the poem for you so you really understand it. Who will remain? What will remain? There will be a wind in the blindness of the blind man who has gone away, and there will be a little sign of the sea, a string of foam, and there will be a cloud caught up in the treetop. Who will remain? There will be a syllable, born primordial one more time, a fiddle rose for its own sake that 7 blades of grass will understand. And more than all the stars, from north to where we are, there will be the star that falls into a tear. There will always be that last drop of wine in the jug. Who will remain? God will remain. Is that enough for you? I'm going to teach you the melody that's wordless, that goes with between each of the verses. Dai dai, yada dai dai, ai dai, yada dai dai dai, ai dai, yada dai dai, yada dai dai. Try that. Ai dai, yada dai dai, ai dai, yada dai dai dai, ai dai, yada dai dai, yada dai dai dai. Da dai, wenn wir bleiben, muss wir bleiben, bleiben wird Wind, bleiben wird Blindheit, von der Blinden, was verschwindet, bleiben wird Sinn von dem Jammer, a stille Schein, bleiben wird Wolken, verscheppet Verbein. Ai dai, yada dai dai, ai dai, yada dai, ai dai, ai dai, yada dai dai, yada dai dai dai, ai dai, ai dai, yada dai. Wetter traf, brech es die Karois zu großen, wieder sein Wahrscheinlich. Bleiben Wetter Viertelreus, bekommen sich allein. 7 großen Pfund, die Großen werden sie verstehen. Ei, dai, ei, dai, dai, ei, dai, ei, dai, dai, ei, dai, ei, dai, dai, ei, dai, helfen alle sterben Arsch, von Soffen bis dahin. Bleiben wird der Stern, was fahrt in seine Tränen. Ständig wird der Traubenwein, euch bleiben in sein Grund. Wer wird bleiben, Gott wird bleiben, ist dir nicht genug. Ei, dai, ei, dai, dai, ei, dai, ei, dai, ei, dai, ei, dai.